Always had this desire to travel the world since I was probably about 19, 20. I just now I'm gonna start crack.
Uh,
We're done now.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, we're
I
done.
know. Finally. Well, I hope I gave you the answers you
But
and
the term West Indies, that itself, I think it's a. So I know in cricket, they say West Indies, and then there is
the
no.
West Indies cricket. Yes, I don't do very well. Yeah, but in
So
terms of safety, different islands have different safety. Like Grenada is very safe.
start. Okay,
I would.
1, 2, 3, start. Welcome back to the another episode of Let Me Be, the podcast where real stories, raw reflections, and powerful journeys take center stage. Today we are going to the beautiful island of Grenada, not just for the beaches, but for brilliance. My guest is Heather Bain, an international business professional with Caribbean roots and a global mindset. She is the founder of ATB Global Mobility Inc., a company that specializes in Caribbean citizenship by investment, opening new doors for people and communities alike. Heather holds a master degree in international business from the University of Salford in UK and a bachelor in marketing management from Ryerson University in Canada. But what makes her story so compelling is not just the degree or business accolades, it's her heart. She is passionate about community development, volunteers in youth and women empowerment programs, and work with the Calon Baptist Foundation to support Grenadian athletes with big dreams. So let's dive in and explore the woman behind the mission. Heather, welcome to Let Me Be.
Thank you for having me.
You would like to add anything?
No, I think you've got it all covered there.
So, can you take us back to a defining moment or experience in your life that truly shaped who you are today?
I don't really think there was any particular moment. I think that I've just been on a journey. Like I've done so many different things in my life when I started out in my career that each different thing that I did in the various industries has led me somehow organically to be where I am today. I enjoy working with people. And so I think everything that I've always done has always been centered around being with people and also just trying to help them develop and showing the knowledge that I've learned in my experience to be able to impart on other people to help them grow and be better professionals. So I don't really think there was any pivotal moment in my life. It's just different things have led me down this path. And so here I am today enjoying the experiences that I'm going through now.
So, I think looking at your journey, from Canada to the UK and then to the Grenada.
To yeah, I didn't go to the UK. I just went Grenada, sorry, Canada, Grenada.
Okay, okay. So, in the world of business, international business, was it part of of any grand plan, or did life take you to an unexpected adventure?
Well, I've always had this desire to travel the world since I was probably about 19, 20. I just knew that there was a big world, especially living on a small island like Grenada. Although being Canadian born, moving to Grenada, I spent a lot of my life here and I just always want to be outside in the big world. And every job that I tried to take always was supposed to lead me to be able to get out there and travel the world. And life just did not really work that way. It just kind I got snippets of it and I never really got out there. So eventually, I think when timing was right, I ended up getting into the second citizenship industry and all of a sudden I'm on planes going everywhere and getting to explore the world internationally and I just believe that the time is now, was now for me. When I was younger, I was trying to raise a family, and maybe it is that the universe, God, it decided that was not the timing for me. So here I am today, getting to do what I wanted to always do in my later years.
Yeah. Tell us something about Grenada.
Tell you something, there's so many things to tell you about Grenada. It's a Caribbean island located in the tropics. It's always a hot climate. And I think mostly what people love about Grenada are the people. People here are just very friendly, and there's something about the people here that captivate the tourists and the locals, and we just all it's very peaceful, it's friendly, it's safe, and it's an easy lifestyle. We don't have all the noise. You're not feeling like you're always in this race. And to me, we have time, so it's quality of life. I think that's what really stands out about this country for me. From a tourist perspective, great beaches, you always have the heat, and really nice hotels. But for living here, it's just the quality of life is great.
So what exactly your organization ATB Global Mobility Inc. does?
Well, I'm trying to give other people opportunities to be able to be in Grenada just like I am. So, second citizenship really is geared towards people of nationalities that find it hard to travel the world because they need to get visas to go to various countries. For instance, if you're Chinese or you're Indian, Pakistani, um, African, from Nigeria, Ghana, wherever, you need to get a visa to travel, to go to the UK, to go to the Schengen region, to go to China. So these programs, the Caribbean programs and citizenship by investment, are really designed to um, bridge that gap for high net worth individuals that always have to get visas to go to these countries to do business or whatever it is, pleasure. So you find that it's very popular, and in exchange, the investment really helps these islands grow economically and be able to develop the islands more in terms of capital expenditure projects, or whatever it is that we need to have a better life down here.
Okay, so what is the minimum investment? If somebody's looking for, to maybe get the citizenship of Grenada, then what is the minimum expectation?
So there are two options. One is under the direct donation to the government fund, and that investment level starts around the 235,000 US dollar mark for a family up to four, plus the application fees. So I would say that an average family of four is probably looking at a total spend of between 280 to $300,000 to be able to get up to four citizenships, which means you get passport for life for each person. Um, and the second option would be under the approved real estate donation option, which is really designed to help build the tourism plant on the islands. So you're probably spending the investment level for that is $270,000 plus 50,000 to the government, and then the fees. So I would say you're probably looking at maybe just short of $400,000 for
Oh,
that. But various developers have different returns. So investors decide what they think. ATB, myself, will help guide them as to what's the best option for them, which island is the better program for them, and then whether the donation or the real estate investment is better. So we try to help clients decide and find the right solution.
okay. Who has the biggest impact on your personal or professional life, and how did they influence your direction?
Hmm. I would say that it's probably my brother. My brother died a few years ago. He was younger than me, and now I'm going to start to cry. He he always was my champion and always pushing me to do better, to do more, and to just find something that I was passionate about. And I really didn't know what that was. Like we would sit there and talk for hours trying to figure out what is it, what is it, and you just couldn't find it. And prior to him dying, he was on more of a spiritual journey, and he was always trying to tell me, Heather, you need to get God in your life. You need to be more spiritual and have more focus, more direction. And typical, you're going on with your life, and it's like, yeah, 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 okay. I mean, I was always spiritual, but I just wasn't as committed, I think, or dedicated as he was. And it was really after he died that I feel like it really, really came into my life and that he's somewhere out there kind of just channeling all the blessings and everything that I have good going on in my life because now I've really embraced and embarked on a more spiritual journey. So I would say it's my brother and obvious and then through that God.
Yeah. So again, the next question was that only, so is there a philosophy or a belief that you live by, something that keeps you grounded and guides your path?
Yeah, be kind. I think be kind to somebody, be kind to people, try and help them be better. And for me personally, it's trying to do better today than I did yesterday. Be better today than I was yesterday. Those are my philosophies in life.
So when days are tough and unpredictable, what keeps you motivated? What keeps you going even when things don't go as planned?
Prayer. I find myself just driving. I'm Catholic, but I mean, it doesn't really matter denomination really. I feel like wherever God is everywhere. And on those tough days and the good days too, I will find myself just driving to the church and just sitting there in peace, in silence, and just being able to reconnect with what I think gives me the energy to try to go on for another day.
Yeah. Since the show is called Let Me Be, so I have
Mhm.
to ask, what does Let Me Be means to you personally? If you could define it in your own words, what would you say?
Let me just be who I am without judgment. Let me be the best that I can be. If you don't like me, let me be, right? And if you like me, then join me. But it's really, that's a very big question. Just let me live my life.
Yeah. If you could go back, in time and speak to your younger self, what advice would you offer her?
Huh. I would say to my younger self to be kinder, to be more open. I think it took my brother dying for me to allow more people in to be a softer person. So I think going to my younger self, it would be to say it's okay to let people in and it's okay to lean on people because we need each other. I mean, you need the good energies. I don't mean the bad people. I don't mean the bad energies. I just mean that we need we were born in this world with other people. And so we should all be holding hands to get through life. So that's what I would tell my younger self. It's okay to hold somebody else's hand.
Yeah. So, is there something you've always wanted to try, maybe even outside of your professional one, but you haven't had the chance yet?
Um, I don't really think so. I feel like life has really just been channeling me in the directions that I need to go. So as it stands right now, I'm just really grateful for everything that has been in my life and the blessings I have. So I don't want for more. I'm grateful for where I am and what I have. So whatever else may come my way, then I'll say, okay, this was meant for me and I'll embrace that too. But there's nothing that I sit here thinking, oh, I wish I could have this or I wish I could go do that because I feel like everything that I needed to do, I'm already doing.
Yeah. If you could, change one thing in the world right now, what would it be and why?
I think people need to be kinder and more understanding. And my travels throughout the world, although we're so different in many ways, I feel like within there's so many similarities. We want love, we want understanding, we want compassion. And it doesn't really matter where you come from, what religion you are, whatever it is. I just think that if we lose all those layers and we can just be better to each other. That would be what I wish because then this world would be a better place.
Yeah, since you have traveled the world, so if you could like to tell us, how many countries you have traveled, which country do you like, any favorite spot or any adventure you've done that.
I really haven't counted how many countries I've been to. It's been a lot. Um, without naming them all, I would say that I love the Far East. I've been, countries like Malaysia and Vietnam to me just speak of the people are just so gentle. They're so warm. They're so willing to help. I loved that. I also more recently got to travel to Ghana in Africa, and Ghana also really captured me in a way that I really don't know how to explain, except that I see a lot of similarities between Grenadians and Ghanaians because they're maybe many of our ancestors would have come from Ghana, but you can just see it in the way the warmth, the some of the cultural aspects and just how kind people are over there. I just find it reminds me a lot of here. So Ghana is one of those countries that really captured me. Um, and yeah, Malaysia and Vietnam, those ones stand out to me.
Have you been to India?
I have. I've been to Delhi. It was a few years ago. I went to Delhi. I can't say that I wasn't there for a long enough time to really immerse in the country and in the culture. So, it just there were a lot of people. It was crowded. Um, what I saw, I think what hit me over there was this little girl that was couldn't have been more than 6. We were just riding around in one of those little tuk-tuk trucks, and, um, I saw a little girl trying to dance, in front. She was 6, and she obviously was trying to dance for money and hoping that we would pay her, and it just really hit me how hard life is for so many people that a 6-year-old, this is how they have to live. And, when I look at, many places in the Western world or the more developed countries, that our 6-year-olds are just more concerned about getting the latest toy or those things just really hit me about the people that were over there and how they have to live.
Yeah. So, and finally, what does a perfect day look like for you? If you could design it from the start to finish.
Waking up Waking up in peace, in freedom, and the ability to just do whatever it is that I feel like doing in that day. Um, living in the Caribbean, living in Grenada, it's always a beautiful place. I'm blessed to have a lot of friends. So a good day looks like getting up, attending to the clients that I'm working with and making sure they're um, we're on track for processing them and getting them through the application process. Being able to connect with people that matter to me and being able to have something to eat. That's a good day for me. And going and being able to go back to sleep and being grateful to have been able to live another day.
Yeah. How would you describe your vision for the future, for yourself, for your work, or even for the broader Caribbean region?
My vision. Just being able to keep doing good and being able to change a life. You mentioned earlier about the Calamities Foundation. That's something that we're very passionate about. Um, my partner and I, we try to go out there and help other athletes um, be able to get opportunities so that they can get to the next level. So the vision for me is being able to give other people opportunities like we've been blessed to have so that too can go back, you pay it forward as somebody else, as one person does well, then the people around them hopefully benefit from that. And so my vision is to continue to do good work that will make an impact on even if it is just one other life.
Yeah. Any book you would like to recommend, or any Netflix series you're watching these days?
I watch so many Netflix series that I have forgotten the names of them. You put me on the spot for that. And for books, you know what? I used to read a lot, and maybe I can quote the common books that people probably already know, but I go through my own journey without really reading too much to be influenced by other people's journey. So I can't recommend the book. The books that I really just go with my own heart, and I flow through life with my heart, not being influenced really by other people's um well, I shouldn't say not other people's stories, because I listen to other people's stories, but I don't really go through all those books to really try to learn more from that. I mean, that might sound bad, but it's really just listening to my own self. That's what influences me.
Yeah. Anything you would like to maybe say about your vision, maybe the kind of work you're doing, or maybe you want to tell us something about yourself?
Well, I think well, first of all, you've asked me a lot of questions. And I think that you probably got a good insight to who I am and how I live life. But in terms of my work, my work is again dedicated to helping other families be able to get other opportunities by investing in second citizenship. So it opens the doors for many people. I've seen many families grow and prosper because of this citizenship program. And I'm one of the agents that lives in Grenada on the ground, so I really care about the quality of the service that people get and that they're getting the truth, and um, that they're working with someone who genuinely cares about them getting what it is that they need to get for their families.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Heather, for sharing your journey with us today, from business to purpose, from Grenada to the globe. Your story
Yeah,
reminds us that we when we honor our roots and follow our calling, we can create real change.
I
So, to
agree.
everyone tuning in, thank you for listening. Stay curious, stay grounded, and most of us, let me be. Let yourself be. Until next time, this is Let Me Be. Thank you.
Thank you, Lalit.